Hi, this is Chris Allen, and I wanted to give you an update for week number 4. This week in Calc AB, we're going to be looking at limits of the infinite nature or limits at infinity. These two types of limits produce what we call asymptotes. In Calc BC, we are going to be looking at a new lesson for the first time this year, something on Newton's method, which is a procedure that Isaac Newton came up with for approximating roots of equations. In geometry, we're going to be looking at angle relationships. They had a quiz today, so tomorrow we'll do angle relationships like linear pairs and supplementary angles. Their first test will be next week. So now I just want to take a couple of moments here to discuss a Canvas module in both geometry and calculus, and then talk a little bit about practice and performance. So this is this week's Canvas module, and I'm just showing this to you. There's an overview here at the top. This is what students can see. Monday, we had our weekly quiz that I just mentioned. I mentioned here that it's paper pencil. Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll do lesson 1.6, which is describing angle pairs. So here are the notes. Here's the video link. Here are textbook problems, and here is the homework quiz. So I've been going over students the routine of things so that they can make sure they're mastering the content. Then it looks like later this week you'll see that we'll be reviewing for the test, and it looks like I've even made a little note down here at the bottom that the test will be Tuesday and Wednesday, and that obviously will be of the next week. Here is the Calc AB module for this week, so you'll see it's similar. I got an overview, then up here it says that this quiz is worth 0 points, and that's not true. It's a paper and pencil quiz, so that's why it says 0. It's not going to be a Canvas thing. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to look at those infinite limits. Again, here's notes, video, and homework quiz, or we call it's WebAssign is what they use in calculus. And then Thursday and Friday, we're going to look at limits at infinity. So I want to go back here real quick to the, if it'll let me go back, there we go, to talk a little bit about practice and performance. So for example, the lesson that we do tomorrow on section 1.6, what will happen is we will go over the lesson in class. I'll do a pretty traditional lesson with notes and examples. And then I'll give students some practice problems that they can work on within their groups of 4. And so then by the end of the period, they should have that done and turn that in. And that'll be their first little, quote, practice grade for that assignment. Then what students should do is these textbook problems, which are mainly odd numbered problems so they can see their answers to practice. And once they feel strong enough about that assignment, then they can take this homework quiz on Canvas. And they get 2 shots at it. And you can see it clearly states here that that homework quiz is due on August 18th. So if they do it once and let's say they don't do as well as they'd like, they can go back and refresh a little bit more and then take it again. And then it takes the average of those 2 scores. Or if maybe they do it the first time and they just crush it and do a great job, then that's it. So that also is a homework grade or a practice grade. So it would go in the practice category. The quiz that they took today, this weekly quiz, that is a performance grade. So the difference is this. These practice grades I mentioned, those are worth 20% of the grade of the student, whereas this weekly quiz is worth 80%. So I do a lot of practice, and I require students to do a lot of practice. So that leads up then to this weekly quiz. That carries more weight, but it's the same type of problems. They should be in good shape and do well on that. Furthermore, then there'll be a test, and of course I got to review and all that, and then that test is also going to be in the performance category, and it'll be even worth more than the weekly quiz. So hopefully that makes sense. So there's lots of practice built in, assuming students are doing it, so that they can be ready for those higher stakes performance tasks. So if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email and let me know. Thanks for your attention.